Hi, I'm Zoe. I've been a giffgaff vlogger and community member for 1.5 years now, and today I'm going to review for you the smaller version of the flagship Sony Android smartphone that is the Sony Xperia Z1 Compact. Unlike other scaled down versions of flagship Android smartphones, the Compact keeps the same spec as its bigger brother, but in a more pocket-friendly size. It's slightly bigger than the iPhone 5 at 4.3 inches. It has an aluminium frame between two toughened glass panels on the front and the back, which makes the phone look really sleek and gorgeous, but they do hold smudges and fingerprints a little too easily for my liking. The waterproofing, now this is somewhat of a speciality for Sony at the moment, but I'd really like to see it spread across the board in the next few years. The handset can be fully submerged in water for up to 30 minutes. It has watertight seals across its ports, so I guess you can take a phone call in the shower if you wish. Let's test if it is waterproof. Just out of paranoia, I'm making sure that all the ports are definitely closed. This goes against every instinct I've ever had about a piece of technology. I can't believe I'm about to do this. It feels so unnatural to have these two things so close together. Okay, yep. I didn't quite have a big enough glass, so let's turn it around. Oh man, this feels so wrong. Still working? You're okay there, okay. Yep, still alive and working, but that felt so unnatural. It runs 4.3 Jelly Bean with a Sony skin, has some widgets such as Music Unlimited, a great Walkman music player, and up to 7 home screens. There's the really useful Android notification center with some handy shortcuts across the top. And of course, Android is super customizable, so it won't take you long to get the phone exactly how you want it. It uses the Google Play Store, which has an enormous amount of apps, films, and books. In fact, over 1 million apps as of July 2013, and over 50 billion downloads. And if that's not enough, you have access to the PlayStation Store, so there's even more apps and games waiting for you there, so you have so much choice. This 4G ready handset has the same hardware as the Nexus 5 and Z1, with a quad-core Snapdragon 800 processor and 2 gigs of RAM. The phone has 16 gigs of internal storage, which can be expanded up to 64 gigs if you use the microSD slot. It has a 4.3-inch LCD 720p screen, so not full HD, but this isn't as important as the screen isn't that big, but it's still really sharp and crisp and has some good viewing angles too. The camera is top-notch at 20.7 megapixels, which is the biggest available at the moment on the Android phone market, but it's worth noting that the HTC One taught us that megapixels aren't everything. It has a great automatic mode along with plenty to play with on manual if that's your kind of thing. It has some really fun filters and effects that I haven't seen before. I dread that the flash was a bit of a letdown, and I do agree with this, but this is a tiny downside on a great phone. Unless you're really into dim light photography, this shouldn't really be a problem for you. The battery life should last up to 1.5 days in between charges and has the ability to stretch even further with stamina mode, which basically turns your data off when your screen is off. This is a fantastic top-of-the-market smartphone which has kept the same spec as its bigger brother. There's a big focus on its great camera and would be a great smartphone for anyone that sadly lost a phone to a water-related accident in the past and they want to get a great smartphone but are a little worried about it happening again. I hope you found this helpful and that you check out the other video and written reviews done by myself and other members just to make sure that you get the right phone for you.